This is verse 39 of the 12th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus in an ongoing dialogue with the religious leaders who have, as Jesus puts it, come perilously close to the unpardonable sin, attributing to Satan what is manifestly the works of God, blaspheming, as Jesus puts it, the Holy Spirit. And at this point, the religious leaders are really pressing the point. They're saying, well, show us a sign. Another account says from heaven, and it's implied here as if the casting out of a demon might have been done in the power of hell itself, and thus Jesus would be disqualified in using that as some sort of proof of his divine commission. So show us a better sign, a heavenly sign is the implication here. Jesus gives this well-known response, so we have ho, used idiomatically at times to be the subject of the verb, so we render it he. Postpositive de, so but he, apokrithes, from apokrynomai, answered. This is the aorist passive participle, masculine singular nominative, so he answering or having answered. Literally, it's a common formula we find in the New Testament. He answered, apen, from lego, I say, said. Third person singular, aorist active indicative, he answered and said, autois, indirect object, to them. The dative plural, the masculine. Genea, the word for generation, not to be confused with genos, a different word, related but not the same. Genos can mean a race, a kind, a sort, a genus, as you might say. Genea is used distinctively to refer to a particular generation in time, a time-limited procreative generation, and that's what Jesus uses here, which obviously is especially intended to be understood by those he's addressing. So a generation ponera, this is an adjective, means evil, an evil generation. Kai, connective, moikalis, adulterous. Both of these are adjectives. They're describing this kind of generation. So an evil and adulterous generation. Semeon, a sign. This is what they've asked for. Show us a sign. And Jesus says an evil and adulterous generation, a sign. Epizete. Zetao, of course, means to seek. The epi adds additional emphasis to it, to seek passionately, to be obsessed with. You might actually say something like that. An evil, adulterous generation is obsessed with finding a sign, and that, of course, is exactly what these are doing. Kai, connective, semeon, same word, a sign. The accusative here, a sign. Not, the negation, with dothesetais, from didomi, I give. Third person singular, future. Passive indicative, will not be given. A sign will not be given. Aute, indirect object. Dative, singular in the feminine because it modifies genea, the feminine noun here, will not be given to it. Ame, if not, taken together, usually translated except or unless. Here, except probably fits better. Except to, the neuter article, the semeon, third use of this word now, the sign. Yonah, of Jonah, in the genitive, the sign of Jonah, to prophetu, the prophet. The only sign that will be given to this generation, Jesus says, is the sign that is located in the events surrounding the prophet Jonah, who, of course, as Jesus will explain, was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the great fish, and Jesus similarly is going to be in the belly of Hades, you might say, in the grave. And that's the sign that is going to be offered to these.